Hello, Willow. I wanted to take the time to get back to you. You made a 10-minute video for me about, I guess, your beef with me, your issues with me, or you wanted to point things out maybe to everyone else. But nonetheless, I thought it was interesting. I found it similar to what I've usually gotten here on TikTok, but I wanted to talk about it because I think there are some things that I need to reiterate, or I need to clarify, or I want to agree that yes, those things are true about me. I am shabby, I am chic, and I am really unique. It is so true. I'm sure there's things about yourself that you love, and you should. We all should. I do live in Mississippi. I'm from Nebraska, but this is where I reside. When it comes to all of these things that you were talking about, I am very pro life. But I would like to say, take it a step further and say I'm actually very innocent pro life. So when a baby is conceived, when a human being starts its life, I believe it's at the moment of conception. So even though it still has to go up until, what is it, 12 weeks, or somewhere in the earliest of the 20 weeks, that's when the heartbeat is detected. It's still a person, it is still a human being. So no matter if a woman chooses to do an abortion by a pill, chooses to do it early or later, the abortions do take place at all stages of a pregnancy, depending on what state, depending on what has been legalized, very tragically, upsettingly, and heartbreakingly. Yes, I want to make that very loud and clear that I am very pro innocent life. And I think that human beings inside the womb are precious, are beautiful, and need to be protected at all costs. When it comes to Trump, here is my little flag right over there. Yes, I did vote for him. Something that a lot of people, I think, on the leftist Democrat wing side don't seem to understand is that you can agree with someone, have your common grounds, as well as disagree with them. So even though, yes, I voted for President Donald Trump, there's things about him that I don't like and I don't agree with. Now, when it comes to Project 25, I have not studied that. I really don't know what's in there. And like you were trying to educate me on some things, I appreciate that because yes, there's a lot, and this goes without saying for a lot of my life. I love so much and I am interested in so many things that I'm not super educated and am not the best at said thing because I love so much. So yes, there's a lot to learn about politics and keep up with. And even though it gets really depressing and disheartening and it feels like the world is ending, and that's why I stay away from it, I still do need to catch up. When it comes to Native American culture, here are my shelves right here. Here is my tattoo that says Mohican. I have loved Native American cultures ever since I can remember, ever since I was a little girl. It's very important, it's very special to me. And even though at the end of the day, I may not be Native American, that does not matter. They're still my favorite cultures. So when you're bringing up that in not too far ago times, there were these policies and laws set into place that were very racist and very harmful and hurtful and did a lot of damage to Native American communities and other communities, something that I really, really want to bring across to you and I really want to emphasize and make it extremely loud and clear, I guess, is that it is so wrong and it is so harmful for anyone to blame innocent people because not that they're related to someone else, but let's say there are white people that are, say, my ancestors, right, or yours or anyone else's, that have done evil things to people. You cannot blame me, you cannot blame yourself, you cannot blame others that it is not true of, because those accusations, that punishment, or the accountability needs to happen with those that have actually done the harm. We know North Korea is popular with that, punishing generations because someone else did something that they can't say they actually did. That would be like accusing my now husband for things that my horrible first husband did. That's a very toxic generalization. So we need to be careful that we aren't doing that. There's a lot that I still need to learn about Native American cultures because, like I said, there's still a lot of everything in life that I need to be learning about. But I always try to just make it as clear as I can. And I know that it doesn't really seem to, but I just, Native American cultures is part of me. And it's just very important. Another thing that you brought to my attention was how I like to make these skits, these role plays, these little conversation scenarios of the different cultural ladies, like black ladies, white ladies, Hispanic ladies, Asian ladies, and Native American ladies, with their fun drinks, being out in society and how we interact with each other, that kind of a thing. Cultures, sociology is literally one of my favorite topics, subjects, things about life, and I just observe a lot. I don't know when this started, but for the longest time, I just, everywhere I go, there's different ethnicities. We're like, we all go to church together, we all have entertainment that we like to do together, sports together, shopping together, working together, like we all live with each other. So I just wanted to bring those observations because I'm the Native American one. She wasn't in the video because I don't see Native American women. I don't. That's why I'm like, they're non-existent. They're only here on TikTok, and they've only been very mean. And I know this is a, we could literally argue and debate, you, me, everyone else, Willow, about the whole Native American lore, because that's been going ever since 2018 on this app, and I've been doing this my whole life, and I don't think we're ever going to get anywhere. But anyway, so yes, with the cultures, we're getting to a point, I feel like, in society where everyone's starting to butt heads because we all want our ways to shine and thrive, and we think that this is the way to be. But when you have all these countries, all these ethnicities, we're very different from each other, but yet we have a lot of similarities as well. So at some point it gets to be kind of this, because we are the melting pot, but it can be problematic, but it can be beautiful. So when I talk about these issues, a lot of people just automatically label me as racist, and other people like Stefan Molyneux, Jesse Lee Peterson, when we're like, no, these are facts. We have some problems, let's solve them, and then let's celebrate our beautiful common grounds, that kind of a thing. So yes, I just wanted to, I guess, piggyback off of that note. The cultures, they're important to me all the way around, and I love to talk about all of it. Something that I couldn't help but notice, Willow, is your t-shirt that you were wearing in the video that you made for me. It would seem that you were very anti-ice. I don't know if this is something that you and I can have common grounds on or not, but when it comes to literally every corner of society, you have good and you have bad. It doesn't matter if it's in the church, if it's in the police department, if it's with ICE, our federal agents, if it's in politics, if it's anywhere, you name it, in the daycares, in the schools, even in families, right? There are good and there are evil people everywhere. So I'm really hoping that you and I can continue to learn and continue to make a difference in our society.